the muscle in the brain from overthinking. And when we also focus on our breath, we slow our breath down. Coming away from that normal, rapid flow breath, we want to be conscious of our breath coming into our body, into our chest, into our ribs, into our belly. The same in breath. And then exhaling from our chest, our ribs, and our belly. And if it helps to breathe in slowly, you can perhaps count into your chest for 2, your ribs for 2, and into your belly for 2. Exhale from your chest for 2, ribs for 2, belly for 2. Continue this slow and steady breathing. And if your mind is still wandering, still thinking, what comes next, or how hard is she going to work us today? And just repeat the mantra. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. One more slow, steady breath into the chest, into the ribs, into the belly. And then exhale from your chest, your ribs, and your belly. And now I'm going to invite those who have their knees bent to now extend the legs. And also everybody, we're going to take our arms by our sides with our palms facing into our body. Extending our fingers towards your feet, thumbs up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to take your right arm, just your right arm, up and over your head, reaching your thumbs behind all the way towards the floor. On the exhale, hold it here. Now inhale, extend your right fingers towards the back of the room and your right toes towards the front of the room. So your right toes are pointed, your fingers are extended, and you're stretching your whole right side body. Your left side is relaxing, keep breathing in and out. Inhale, keep extending, and on the exhale, reach that right arm up and over your head and down by your side. Right arm up and over your head, down by your side. So the right arm is now back down by your side. All the way, Heather. All the way. That's good. Now left arm. We're going to reach, breathe in and reach the left fingers up and over your head, and exhale, hold it here. And then inhale, extend the left fingers, left toes away from one another. Just the left side. Stretching the left side, the right side's relaxed. Keep breathing in and out, slow and steady. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, bring the left arm up to the ceiling and down by your side. Good. Now we're going to do both. Take a deep breath in and lift both arms up and over the head, and on the exhale, hold the extension. Inhale, reach the fingers, reach the toes, both arms, both sides, both legs, fully active, fully stretch. And now I want you to take your awareness as you breathe into your front ribs and bring your front ribs to your back ribs. Holding the extension. Inhale, front ribs, lift, and exhale, bring your front ribs to your back ribs, just the torso. Inhale, keep the extension, and on the exhale, bring the arms up and down by your sides. Beautiful. Engage your belly, draw the navel in, and slide your heels one at a time up towards your sit bones. Feet flat on your mat, hip distance apart, knees hip distance apart. So have a little peek up at your knees and just check that they're hip distance apart. You should be able to see a gap between your legs. Good. Now we're going to slowly bring one leg so that one knee is directly up above your right hip. So just your right knee comes up and your right ankle is in line with your right knee. Holding it here. Now, I want you to take your awareness into your core, into your center, and then notice you have to engage your core in order to hold this right leg in this position, so a 90-degree angle. I also then want you to bring your attention to your lower back, and I want you to notice that your lower back is being pressed into the mat, so you don't have that natural arch. And if you still have that natural arch, I want you to imagine you have a marshmallow between your spine and the floor, and I want you to squash that marshmallow and hold that marshmallow flat on your mat. We're going to hold that activation in your core and release the right foot to the mat. Changing sides, lift the left, keeping the activation in your core. Single tabletop on the left side. Squeeze the belly. Keep breathing, try not to hold your breath. And then release the left to the mat. Change sides, right leg lifts. Now, you can continue taking one leg up at a time. We're going to try for the double. Engage the belly a lot, take a breath in, and on the exhale, lift your left. Knees are hip distance apart, ankles are in line with your knees. Even lower, just a wee bit lower the ankle. That's it, 90-degree angle, hip distance apart. Now squeeze the belly in, relax the head and the shoulders. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. One more breath. Deep breath in. And on exhale, slowly release the feet to your mat. Hip distance apart, feet flat onto your mat. Well done. We're going to take the hands behind our head. We're going to take the hands behind our head. Now, if you find that lifting your double tabletop was too much with your arms by your side, then keep your arms by your side, because this is going to intensify it even more, taking your hands behind your head. Okay? So again, this time, when we lift our right leg up to a 90-degree angle, we're also going to lift our head and the shoulders away from the mat, okay? So breathe in, head is placed onto the mat, and on the exhale, the right leg is lifted, and we lift our head and shoulders up, okay? Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, lower foot and lower head and shoulders. Inhale, press the back of the head into the mat, and on the exhale, you lift the left foot this time and the head and the shoulders. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, lower foot, lower head and shoulders. Now this time we're going to try the double. If it's too much, please stick with the single. Inhale, feet flat, head flat. Exhale, lift both feet, lift head and the shoulders. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, lower feet, lower head and the shoulders. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, activate your core. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, there you are. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Well done. So this time we're going to keep our hands behind our head, but we're going to keep our feet onto the floor. Inhale, hold your head and shoulders here. Exhale, lift your head and your shoulders, looking at the space between your knees. On the inhale, you're going to release your arms, lifting a little bit further forward. And on the exhale, bring your hands behind your head and lower back down. Inhale, stay where you are. Exhale, lift, squeeze the belly in. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, take the arms back. Exhale, release. Keep going. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Hands. Exhale, hands behind and lower. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Lift even more. Exhale, hands behind and lower. Last time. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release and lift even more. Exhale, lower. Well done. You. Okay. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Release your hands by your sides. We're going to take the right knee into the chest. Hold on to the top of the knee and interlace your hands. Now if you can't reach the top of the knee, please interlace your hands underneath your knee. Squeezing the right knee into your chest. At the same time, we're going to circle that right ankle for 3, for 2, for 1. Now circle in the opposite direction. For 3, for 2, for 1. Now relax that right foot, keep a hold of the right knee and extend the left leg away. Flexing the left foot, try to bring the left heel onto the floor. Flexing the left foot. Squeezing the right knee in, giving your glute and your hamstring a nice big stretch. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, release hands, release right foot, and slide the left heel up. Changing sides, lifting into the chest. Holding on to either the top or underneath. We're going to circle the left foot for 3, for 2, for 1, and opposite. Circle for 3, for 2, for 1. Relax the left foot, squeeze the left knee in and extend the right leg away. Flexing the right foot, heel to your mat, breathe in, holding it here, squeezing the knee in so you feel a stretch into the glute, into the hamstring. And on the exhale, slowly release the hands, release the foot. Slide the right heel up, reach the right arm up and over your head, roll over into your right side, place the left hand in front of your heart on the floor, and then push the floor away. Now we're going to grab your foam block, coming up into a seated Sukhasana, cross-leg position. Grab your foam block, and I'll turn on my side so you can see. We're going to sit at the very right edge of your foam block. You don't plonk yourself onto the block. Sit at the very edge, just so that your sit bones are coming over the edge, so that you elevate your pelvis from the floor. If it's too uncomfortable to sit with your legs crossed, you are welcome to sit with your legs out straight. So from here, we're just going to rest our hands, our palms, onto our knees or our thighs. And we're sitting up nice and tall with a nice long spine. And we're going to just drop our chin into our chest, relaxing our shoulders, trying to release any tension we have around the neck and the trapezius muscles that move into the backs of the shoulders. And then lift your nose just back to center. So this is always center. And then gently lift your nose to the ceiling. So to sit in this upright position, we need to engage our core. So ensure that your belly button is drawn in and the belly is active. And then back to center. Rotate the nose round to the right. Center left. Round to the right. And center left. Back to center. Now we're going to drop our right earlobe to the right shoulder. Good. Relaxing the left shoulder. So keep the right ear to the right shoulder, but you're just not tensing the left shoulder. That's it. And then back to center, other side. Good. So we're dropping the ear as opposed to lifting the shoulder. That's it. Breathe. And back to center. Good. Now we're just going to drop our chin to our chest and do a little rotation, half rotation. So the nose rotates round to the right and then back down towards the floor and rotates round to the left. And back down to the floor. And then back to center. We're going to hug our shoulders to our ears so our neck disappears. And then release. Hug and release. Hug. Keep drawing the navel in so don't let the belly go. One more. Good. Now big circles with the shoulder. Warming up our shoulder joints. That's it. And one more. Lovely. Now we're going to bring the right arm up to the ceiling, and then as you rotate round to your right, you're going to rotate. This right arm is going to, I'll never learn my opposites, ever. So right arm up to the ceiling, and as you rotate round to the left, this right arm is going to drop to the outside edge of your left knee. The left hand goes behind on the floor just for support, so it's just a nice gentle seated twist. So you're not putting too much pressure on the spine to force it round. Just breathe and hold that position. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, just allow the torso to rotate round to center. Now this time left. Lengthen the spine first. And then as you rotate your right shoulder round to the right, you take the left hand to the outside edge of your right knee. Rotating round to your right. Right hand behind you. Good, just breathe and hold. Keep sitting up nice and tall, engaging your center. Beautiful, one more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly rotate back to center. Lovely. We're going to shoot the legs out and bring them round to the side, coming into our tabletop. So this is where you'll need your knee pad. So grab your knee pad just to roughly the center of your mat. Oh, sorry, ladies. Coming into tabletop position, we are stacking our shoulders and stacking our hips. So our arms, our shoulder distance apart. Okay, well, thank you, Claire. We're spreading our hands out wide and our wrists should be directly underneath our shoulders. Our knees are hip distance apart and should be directly underneath our hips. So don't be afraid just to have a little peek to check your positioning first. From here, the crown of the head, we always start in tabletop, the crown of the head in line with our tailbone. So if we're starting here, we're already in the pose as opposed to going back to a neutral position. So from here, we're going to then drop the belly button down, keeping those arms nice and straight, so pushing the floor away, lifting the head up and lifting the tailbone up. On the exhale, we bring our chin in as if we're coming in to meet our tailbone. So our tailbone tucks under and up towards our belly button. Inhale, lifting the tailbone up to the ceiling. Head comes up and even your gaze. Exhale, round. So really pushing the heart up towards your spine and the spine up towards the ceiling. Using your hands, using the front of your shins. Inhale, lifting, arching. Exhale, rounding. Keep going, 2 more. Inhale, dropping the belly button down, head up, tailbone up. Beautiful. Exhale, round. Chin in to meet your tailbone. Very good. And one more time. Inhale, dropping the belly button down, working through your spine, from your tailbone. That's it. And rounding. And then coming back to neutral, we're going to back off our hands, coming into a kneeling position onto our heels. Now, if that's too much, some people find it very uncomfortable sitting on the front of your feet. Just come up into the high kneeling position. We're just going to stretch out these hands and the arms. So spread your hands out wide and then clench your fists. Spread and clench. And then we're going to flex our hands and keep our fingers together. And then flop. Flex and flop. And then keeping the fingers together, you're going to circle your hands in one direction. And then change direction. Good. And then give your hands a little bit of a shake and give your wrist. Good. Back to our tabletop position. Remember your form. And this time, in tabletop position, all we're going to do is we're going to hug those elbows in. Imagine you've got 2 magnets on the insides of your arm and your elbow, the crease of your elbow. And I want you then to rotate the crease of your elbow away from your body. So ever so slightly. So your hands are still facing the front of your mat, so you haven't turned your hands. Okay, your middle finger should be still pointing to the front of your mat. And then ever so slightly, you rotate the crease of your elbows towards the front. And what that does is it hugs the triceps in. Okay? From here, we're going to bend your elbows towards you, towards your body. Okay, that's it. And then straighten. Okay? So as opposed to bending the elbows away. Alright? So bending the elbows in towards you. So hug, hug, hug. Remember your magnets on your 2 elbows. And then push the floor away. Good. 2 more times. Bend and straighten. Bend, hug, hug, hug. Good. And straighten. Good. Just come off your hands for a moment before we move on to the next one. Just give your wrists a little bit of a shake because they do tend to get tired. And then back to our tabletop. This time we're going to rotate your palms in. So the fingers are coming in towards your body. And one is in front of the other. One is in front of the other. Okay? Then we're going to, as we bend those elbows this time away from one another, and then straighten, we will then take the right hand in front of the left. And bend, and straighten, and then take the left in front of the right, and bend, and straighten. Now come back, left, bend, and straighten, right, bend, and straighten. One more time. The right goes in front, bend. You're just taking your hands for a walk. Bend and straighten. Take the left back. Bend. Straighten. Good. Right. So you keep changing. One goes in front of the other. That's it. And then once you have done 2 rounds, come back to neutral, tabletop position. Now this time we're going to take the wrist ever so slightly in front of our shoulders. Not too much and not too little. From here we're going to lower. We're going to rotate those elbows again so that the crease of our elbows rotate to the front of your mat, so slightly. And then you're going to lower your forearms all the way down to your mat. That's it. And then lift both up at the same time. Beautiful. Both up at the same time. That's it. Good. 3 more times. Lower. And lift. Good. 2 more. Lower. And lift. Keep hugging those elbows in. Don't allow them to spray. 1 more. Lower. That's it. Spread the hands. And lift. And do 1 more for luck. Just so I see everybody. Good. And lift. Now, that's fine. I just see a few people just to be cautious of this, because eventually if you did this on a repetitive time, you will eventually hurt your wrist. So when you went down, you were lifting the inside of your hands, okay? So when that happens is you're taking the pressure into the wrists, all right? So we want to use all of our knuckles and our thumb, this whole area here, press it into the floor so that you're using your hands and strengthening your triceps. Okay, so be cautious of your thumbs and your forefingers lifting. Try to press those into the mat as you lower. Okay, good. Just try 1 more time, Anna. Just think of your forefingers and your thumb. There you go. Good, good, good. Keep hugging, hugging, hugging. And lift, 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 lift. Good. You notice the difference? Okay. Now, keep getting your hands onto the mat. Very last one, I promise. All we're doing now is we're going to lift the wrists, just the wrists, away from the mat and lower. Lift and lower. Now you keep your fingers, keep your knuckles on the mat. So we're not lifting the knuckles, we're just lifting the palm and the wrist. That's it, Heather. Good. Yeah, and you're going to keep doing that. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep going. Lower. It's harder than it seems. Yeah. So this is a forearm strengthener, ladies. This is so good.
Harder for me.
Yeah, it is. Yes, you do the best you can. Well, you can work on your left hand there, Jordy. I'm not giving you a black card yet. 1 more. Good. And then come away from your hands. Well done. So that is a little bit of a tricky one, yeah. So it's really good for the forearms. Believe it or not, a lot of weakness in the wrist is from weakness in our forearms. And that's just a very simple. Are you okay? Are you cramping? Are you cramping? No, you're okay.
Sorry, I don't have glasses. I can't.
Oh, you can't.
I don't know if you're talking to me.
I just thought the way you were like this here, you were in cramp. Yeah, so once you're lifting this here, although yes, you're exercising and stretching the fingers, what you're really doing is strengthening the muscles in the forearm, okay? So that takes away the pressure from the wrists, especially in yoga when we do a lot of things on our hands. So coming into our kneeling position, hands onto our waist, we're going to step up with the right foot to a 90-degree angle. And then what you imagine is that you have a Rubik's Cube underneath your knee, and you don't want that Rubik's Cube to drop, okay? So your left knee comes in hand here, your left knee, shin and front of your left foot. It's used to keep the base of this pose strong, okay? So it stops you from wobbling all over the place once you're engaging from your left knee down to your left foot. If you're not really engaging, that left leg is not active. So in this position, tuck in your tailbone. So you're drawing the tailbone down and under, and then lengthen through your midline. You're going to take your right hand to your waist and the left hand up to the ceiling. I'm going to turn around so you can see the form. We're going to, before we start to stretch over to the right, I want you to lift out of your hips. So your ribs are lifting out, but what they're not doing is lifting forward, okay? So there is a difference. So you want to create space between your ribs and your hips, but you don't want to flare the ribs, okay? Because all that will do is affect the thoracic spine. So keep the ribs in, keep lifting, 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 and then inhale, take your right hand down towards the floor, and on the exhale, we stretch over to the right. Now this is where this left foot really comes in to help steady this position. Good. Stacking the shoulders so the left shoulder's not coming forward. Good. Keep breathing. Lovely. Don't allow the right knee to cave in. Keep the right knee in line with your right hip. And then inhale, hold it here. And on the exhale, we're going to rotate. Now we're going to take that left shoulder forward and take the left hand to the outside edge of your right knee. This right hand is going to lift behind, and you're going to rotate your nose round to the right. So, in order for that right arm to lift, ensure that your shoulder is rotated back, not rotated in, because it won't lift. So rotate it back and open the arm to the right. Okay? Good. So you're hugging the right knee in and the right knee's pushing against your hand. So you're creating that resistance. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, bring your hands to your waist and rotate the torso around. Good. Now creep your right toes forward beyond your right knee. And then keeping the tailbone tucked and the midline active, we're going to sink our hips a little lunge. Keep pressing the right big toe into your mat. And then we're going to take our toes for another little walk. Little spider grip. That's it. And then sink the hips even more. Now listen to your body. Everybody's stepping. If here you can feel a stretch a lot, you stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you take your toes for a walk. And you sink. Has everybody got their blocks to the front of their mat? No? 2 seconds. Keep breathing. Keep drawing in the navel. Keep the tailbone tucked. Now, I'm getting around most of you. We need the cork blocks either side of your right foot, and I want you to tilt forward with your torso. And then you're going to place your hands either side onto your cork blocks. Nothing like being prepared. So you're tilting your torso forward, my knee, and you place your hands on the cork blocks. Good, so now this is a low lunge position. Okay, so we're going to tuck the toes of the back foot under. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Our hands are on our blocks, but we're not going to, we know that these blocks are not going to support us for dear life. Okay, so look, I'm wobbling them. When we lift this knee, we need to activate the legs. Okay, so don't depend on the blocks, it's just elevating us from the floor. Okay, so take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, lift the back knee. High lunge. Now, if it's too much, you just stay in the low lunge and stay in the stretch. Lower the knee on the breath in, and on the exhale, lift. One more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Fantastic. Inhale, lower. Lovely. Turn your blocks to the flat side. Take your hands to your waist. Untop your back toes. And then lift your torso right from the floor. Good. Slide your right foot up and change sides. Right knee down, left. Now just check in how you feel and the difference between one side and the other. Yeah? So your right now is feeling nice and warm. Okay? Monica, how you doing?
Yes,
Good woman. So stepping up this time with your left. So now I don't have to do the job. We have our blocks in place. Sweat slashing me. So remember our Rubik's Cube, 90-degree angle. Tuck in the tailbones, the tail goes down and under. Draw the navel in midline, and the right arm reaches up. Take a breath in, release the left hand down to the floor. Exhale, over to your left. Pressing from the right knee down to the right foot into your mat. Good. Top arm is extended. So imagine from your right armpit down to your waist, you're creating length. You're creating length. Now, if you can, try not to stick. Now, right hip out to the right. Okay? So we want the length and over. So we're not doing this. Keep pressing the left big toe into the mat. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, take that right shoulder forward and the right hand goes across to the outside edge of your left knee. And then this left arm lifts behind. Rotating your nose round to the left. Keep grounding into the left big toe. Beautiful. Picture perfect. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly release your hands to your waist. Rotate the torso, rotate the head. Now do your spider walk with your toes a little bit at a time. A little bit. So you can listen to your body and notice one side is different than the other. So this is my bad side. It's a little bit more tighter. So I'm maybe not go as deep. So then start to sink the hips. Don't forget about your back foot. We're only doing a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. That's it. Grind into that left big toe. And then take your toes for a walk. That's it. And then sink. Okay, now this might be you. You don't want to go any further. That's fine. You just bring your blocks back to you. For those that want to go a little bit further. And breathe. And just check your foot. Make sure your foot is still underneath your knee. Just allows in for the balance. Good. Now we're going to tilt the torso forward. No jog this time. Hands to your blocks. Okay. You may stay here. That is totally fine. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Maybe the toes tucked under changes the dynamic in your thighs. Stay here. Otherwise, we're going to lift. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Lower. Inhale, lift. Ground into the feet. Don't forget about the feet. Big toes are working. And lower. Keep that rooted into the floor. One more time. Lift. Good. Beautiful. And lower. I know. And then untuck your back toes. Slide that left foot back. Gently does it. Well done. You'll be pleased to hear that we're coming to our feet. Our legs are now 3 inches longer than what we started. So step up with your right, step up with your left, and move your knee pad and your blocks to one side. For now. Keep your core blocks either side of your mat to the front of your mat. Good. Okay, good. So we're going to stand in Tadasana, feet hip distance apart. Everybody's really okay? Feet hip distance apart. Relax your shoulders, toes in line with heels, so if you're not sure, have a peek down. You're going to rotate your right arm and bring your right hand behind over to your left waist. Then take a hold of your right hand with your left hand. Okay? Take a hold of your right hand with your left hand. And this left hand is gently encouraging that right hand all the way around. Then you're going to drop your left ear to your left shoulder. You'll feel a little bit more of an intense stretch. Good. And then rotate your nose round to your left shoulder. This is a good one after you've gone for a long drive. Maybe neck or upper back issues. Inhale. Exhale, rotate your nose back to where you started with the left ear down to your shoulder. And then lift your nose back to center. Release your hands. Left arm circles round. Wrap it around your lower back. Taking your left hand to your right waist. Take a hold of your hand. And then just gently see if you can bring it a little bit further. Now drop your ear, your right ear to your right shoulder. Try not to hug the shoulder to the ear. Shoulder blade back and down. Good. That's it. And then inhale. Exhale, rotate your nose round to your right shoulder. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, rotate your nose back to where you started with your right ear to your shoulder. And lift your nose back to center. Release. Shake it out. Shake it out. How's that feel? Do you like that stretch?
Yes.
It's a good one after a drive.
Yes.
Bring your feet and your legs together near the front of your mat. So near the front as opposed to in your back. That's it. Leave it more further. Do you want to be stepping back? Bring your hands to your waist and we're going to sit down on a lovely comfy chair for 2023. The very first squat of 2023, ladies. So those legs, have a peek down. We want the feet and the legs together. We want the feet and the legs together. So imagine that your legs two become one. I'm going to move these out of the way. I love your toes. And then we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling with our palms facing one another. Reaching our arms, palms facing one another, thumbs facing back. Thumbs facing back. That's it. Good. Squeeze those legs. Now, I want you to interlace your hands. Rotate your palms away. And then bring your palms behind your head, with the palms still facing up towards the ceiling. Palms still facing up towards the ceiling. So, yes, it is, but it's a big stretch. So, ever too much, then just place your hands at the back of your head. Rotating your palms, that's it. So, it opens up the elbows, the chest, the collarbones. Breathe, beautiful for them. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, release. Bring your hands to your waist. Now we're going for a boogie. That's why I was moving everybody's blocks. Okay. So we're going to step to the right and take a step to the right. Now when you step to the right, you're going to take your weight with you and you're going to stay in that squat. Anybody straightens the legs, we have to start again. Toes in line, repeat. Okay. And then we're going to take that right leg back to our squat, and then we're going to take it out to the left. And then a step to the left. Good. And then bring it back to center. And then out to the right, and back to center. Out to the left. And just hope that no one's watching. And out to the right, and back. And out to the left, and back. Two more. Out, and back. Left, and back. One more. Right, and back, and left, and back. We stay in squat, feet together, legs together. You're going to step back with your right foot. You're in a forward fold with a tilt. We call this humble. And we're going to lift the shoulders upright. So now the shoulders are stacked above the hips. The back knee can be slightly bent, but we're working towards a straight leg. Good. That's it. Crescent. Now we're going to reach the arms up. Inhale. And on the exhale, rotate round to our warrior two. So that left foot, left knee doesn't move. It's the pivot is on the right heel. So we were here. Please all see me. We're here. Back heel is lifted. And we rotate. Right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Round to the right. And we open the arms out. Okay? So just like we did when we were doing our little twists. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Good. Our space between our two heels is wide to allow our hips to sink down. I like to call this the sinking ship pose. Lovely. And breathe. One more. And if knee issues, then keep the stance narrow. Keep it nice and narrow. Then from here, we're going to pivot again. Take your hands to your waist, and this right heel is going to move in. And this left toe and just go slightly out. So this is now the wide knee squat. Wide knee squat. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to pivot to the right into warrior two on the right side. You see, I told you, see what big worm? And so from here, we go from the wide knee squat, pivot, left heel rotates, and the right toes rotate slightly round to the right, lifting the arms out, okay? So it's a little bit of work for the feet, bending in now to the left knee, and the back leg is straight. There you go, that's it. Back leg is straight. Now, we're going to go back the way we can, so hands back to the waist, a little bit of a dance and a boogie. We're going to pivot into our wide knee squat, and then pivot, right heel, rotates round, it straightens, left knee bends, open the arms. That's it, good, good, good. So straighten and bend. Warrior two. Beautiful. Keep opening up that left knee. So all the way around to your neck there. So we've pivoted all the way around. That's it. Bring that heel all the way in. That's perfect. One more breath. Breathe in. Last one. Crescent. We're going to lift the back heel. Left foot doesn't move. The right heel lifts. The arms lift up to the ceiling. Crescent. Nice and slow. Then we're going to swoop those arms back to humble. Remember where we started. Bring our hands to your waist. Step up, big or little. The little. Creeping up, our big feet together. Back to our squat. Back to our squat, ladies. Don't stand straight. Oh, now Jerry, do you know me? One more breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, which leg are we stepping back on? The left, the left. Stepping back with the left. Humble, crescent. Now we're staying tilted. Our body's still forward. We're giving thanks for our beautiful legs. And then we reach. Lift those shoulders up. Just above our hips. Reach those arms up. Grind into that right big toe. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, left heel rotates down. Left hip rotates. Left shoulder rotates. Warrior two. On the right. On the right. So we were here, and the right leg doesn't move. Good. Right knee. Now we're going to do that little boogie, that little dance to the side this time, this left side. So now we pivot into our right squat, swing our hips, and then the right heel pivots round, then into the left. So we're here, and we pivot to the left. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, wide knee squat, pivoting onto the right. And then we're moving to the right, pivot onto the left. Really complicated these today. The breathing's working. Fast. So we were here, you go here, here, or here. Okay? Will we speed it up for the crowd? No. One more breath. Inhale, right knee's bent. We're facing right to the front of the studio. Back leg, left leg is straight. Then we're going to swoop that left arm up and lift the left heel. Rotating left shoulder, left hip. Crescent. Right knee is in front. We're going to swoop those arms back. Lean forward with our hearts. Give thanks for our legs. Breathe in. Exhale. A big step or a little step up to standing. Ooh. Are you warm now?
Yeah.
Yes. Good. I'm going to Good, good, good. So, our standing postures is all about strength. So, in order for muscles to grow, in order for muscles to get stronger, we have to exhaust them. Okay? So, when you feel that shake or you feel that, I can't take this anymore, that's good. That's a good sign. So, that means your muscles are getting stronger. So, if you were doing this and you're like, and your muscles aren't doing anything, okay? So it's when you get to that stage where you're like, I can't take anymore. That's good, okay? So there is a benefit to my madness. I promise. So feet hip distance apart, a little balance. Now if anybody's balance issues, don't be afraid to go over to the wall, just for a little bit of support. Hip distance apart, we're taking the weight, this is a balance, because it means that you have to balance on one leg. So we're taking the weight to the left, and we're going to bring that right knee up to the ceiling. Now we've done this from the floor, our little twist, okay? We're going to take the left hand across to the outside edge of the right knee. Now you can stay here because this is a balance, this is different. If you can go a little bit deeper, we're going to add the twist by taking the right arm behind and rotating round to the right. Keep lifting the right knee up and rotating the torso. Fantastic. Breathe. We'll see ourselves doing handstands in week 5. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, rotate the nose, rotate the torso, and release the foot. Amazing. Okay? Other side. Take the weight to the right foot. Take the left knee up to the ceiling. Right hand comes across to the outside edge of the leg. Now remember, we don't want to sink into the hips, we want to come out of the hips. So through that midline, you're lengthening, crown of the head to the ceiling, and then start to rotate. Round to the left. Keep pressing that right big toe into the mat. That's fantastic, ladies. Just stay where you are, breathe in. Breathe out. Rotate the nose, rotate the torso. and release the foot to the floor. Hello. Hello. I just must be an amazing teacher. I can remember doing balance with these before. It was like, no, seriously, really? Seriously? It's like, no way. But that was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, right, we're back down to the floor. So right knee, left knee, squeeze the feet out to one side, and then bring those legs forward. You might want to grab your little foam block. I might close this Wednesday. It's like Wednesday. It's like, you might want to sit on your little foam block just to elevate your pelvis a little from the floor. What we want to do is seated twist. I've done this with you guys before, but we haven't done it in a while, so I'll just break it down. So you're going to elevate again, just like we did when we seated at the start. Sit bones over the edge and the legs are out straight. You're going to take your right knee in towards your chest and hold on to your shin. You're going to then try to bring that heel even closer to your body. Activate this left leg. Keep the left foot flexed and bring the right foot over the left leg. Okay? So now you'll start to feel it into the glute. It's important if you can to sit at the edge of your block rather than all the way onto your block because you'll not feel it as much. Okay? Try to just sit at the very edge. Now, here, you can stay here, but keep sitting up tall, and this might be suffice. If you're going a little bit deeper, your left hand goes to the outside edge of your right knee. Now this left hand is going to gently press, bringing that knee into your chest, in towards you, your body. That's the use of this hand. This right hand is now free to come behind, and sitting up tall on your in-breath, and on your exhale, you then rotate round to your right. Holding that position. Keeping that left foot flexed, the left straight leg flexed. The right hand is on the floor, just behind into domed fingers. Can you do it? Yeah, that's it. Domed fingers for support. Now, as you breathe in, you want to think length into your spine, sitting up tall. And on the exhale, you're going to rotate even more round to the right. Now, it could be a minuscule amount, but it's just enough for you to feel even more openness into that spine. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, we rotate our nose right to the front, and then your torso. Good. Unravel your right leg over back to neutral, and then change sides. Left knee comes in. Are you okay there with that, Linda? Yeah, you're okay. And then bring this left foot across. Flex the right foot, and first, before we start to move, we're going to press into the shin to sit up nice and tall, squeezing that leg close. This time it's the right hand goes across to the left. The left hand goes behind, and we call this domed fingers, so you're just onto your fingertips. Sitting up tall first before we start to twist, you breathe in, and on the exhale, you rotate. Bringing that right knee in towards you as you hold that position. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, rotate even more to your left. That's it, beautiful. So we're bringing out all those mince pies and all those Baileys and what else do you drink, ladies? Gin and tonics. We're bringing them out kidneys and livers. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, rotate the nose back to center, and then the torso. Unravel the leg. And then take both hands out behind. Give it a shake. And that's it. Ta-da! So, do you just want to grab your blankets, your jumpers, your whatever it is? Perhaps socks, because it's definitely my feet. I might close that line. Heather, is that okay?
Yeah.
So well done. I know I was testing you. Oh, yes, of course. Anything. Oh, pillows, guys. I'll have you get some pillows. Sorry, I'm being lazy. I'm letting you do the work. There's a bit. Hello. Would anybody body like a bolster.
Yes, I take it up.
Yeah.
On that, like sort of.
So now, you lie back and Shavasana now. Anna, would you like a bolster underneath your knees so you can allow your body to, it'll help support your lower back. Your back of your knees are also on the bolster. And then this little foam block goes underneath your heels. So feel it. There you go. How's that feel? Lying back in Shavasana, just like we did at the very start of the class, you took this opportunity to focus on your breath. Slow your breath down. And while you're allowing your breath to slow, just check into how you feel. How you feel versus the very start of the class. Perhaps you can breathe a little bit more freer. Perhaps you have lots more sensations and vibrations within your body than you did at the start of the class. So just a quick little check-in and then come back to your breath. Slowly breathing in, allowing it to flow all the way into your body. And exhale. Sometimes it's nice to think of your breath as your favorite color. So even if you can visualize your favorite color, breathing in to your body and scanning your whole body with your favorite color as it rests amongst your muscles, ligaments and tendons and releases any tension left inside. Allowing the color to completely wash over your whole body. And take your awareness to the back of your head and relax the back of your head, the crown of your head, forehead. Relax your frown lines, eyebrows, eyebrow center, eyelids and eyes. Relax your nose and your nostrils, cheeks, ears, mouth, and clench your teeth. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw and your chin, throat and neck. Relax your collarbones, your chest, heart, your front ribs, side ribs, the two sides of your torso, your belly button, your hips, pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, the tops of your feet, toes, the soles of your feet, heels, calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax your shoulders, your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists. Relax your fingers, the backs of your hands, and the palms of your hands. Relax your muscles, your ligaments, tendons, fascia, organs, bones, every cell and every fiber of your whole being. beyond drifting seas. Journey into the depths, where separate waves become one ocean. Keep swimming where the light touches just enough to highlight your liveliness. Now, forget the world, forget the waves, forget perhaps that you are even a body. Let these words take you beyond words. Beyond words, there is melody. Beyond melody, there is prayer. Beyond prayer, there is heart. Beyond heart, there is stillness. Beyond stillness, there is presence. Beyond presence, there is light. Beyond light, there is God. Beyond God, there simply is. Dive deeper than you've ever gone before to the is of the now. The is of everything. The is of all that is. The is that is dancing everywhere. The is that you are. How rare and precious it is to be here. Here. Right now. In this now. Alive. Coming back to your breath. The coolness of your in and warmth of your out. The expansion of your torso as you inhale. And the release as you exhale. Becoming aware of the parts of your body connected to your mat and to the floor, the space your body takes up on your mat and within the studio, your surroundings. Tune into the sounds, the wind outside, trees rustling. Now take your awareness to your hands and to your feet. Take an energy into your body, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then relax. Relax your hands and relax your feet. Bring your awareness into your tummy and draw in your navel. In your own time, slide your feet one at a time up towards your sit bones or onto the bolster. Just stay here for a moment. Allow your spine to adjust. And in your own time, and engaging your tummy, bring your knees one at a time in towards your chest. And either hold on to the tops of your knees or underneath your knees, giving yourself a gentle squeeze and rock from side to side. Back to center. Reach your right arm up and over your head. Roll over onto your right side. And place your left hand up on the floor in front of your heart. Just stay here with your eyes closed for a few breaths. And push the floor away with your left hand, gently coming up with your eyes closed into a seated cross-legged position, just trying to feel your breath. nice, long, tall spine. Bring your hands together and rub to cricket. Place your warm hands over your eyes. And open your eyes behind your hands and squeeze them shut, closed and open and close, open. Look up, look down, look to the right, to the left. Rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. And then close them again behind your palms as you bring your palms together, thumbs touching your heart. Take a deep breath in